Hello there, and welcome to your next history lesson. Today's history lesson is what was life like for the early peoples of Central and Southern California? Many people of the Central and Southern culture areas lived by the Pacific Ocean. Similar to other California Indians, they lived in communities of villages. These villages could be small or quite large. The Chumash tribe of the Southern culture area had their largest villages along the coast near where Santa Barbara is today. Other villages grew around lakes, lagoons, or springs. Long ago, there were hundreds of separate villages in this part of California. A village contained many houses. It also contained a sweat house, sort of like a sauna. People sat around heated stones, then jumped into cool water. A sweat house was for cleansing and purification. During the sweat house ceremony, people sang and prayed. Children played outdoor games in a big area. Another area was used as a ceremonial dancing ground. Shamans performed religious rituals in an enclosure that was considered sacred. California Indians living by the coast were skilled at adapting to life by the water's edge. The coast was filled with natural resources. The people fished and hunted. The ocean provided fish, shellfish, and seals. They lived closely with the natural world around them. The Chumash people mastered building canoes. The Chumash built a type of canoe called a tomol. It was a plank canoe made of driftwood or redwood, a melted mixture of pine pitch and asphalt called yop, glued 3 or 4 side planks together. Plant fiber strings threaded through drilled holes tied the planks together. Tomols were 30 feet long and very strong. They were fast and light. Villagers traveled as far as 65 miles away from the shore in a tomol. I'd be a little scared to do that. Tomols were their primary mode of transportation. They used them for travel and for hunting and fishing expeditions on the sea. The Chumash collected shells and made beads, flat discs with holes punched through them. The beads were used as currency, or a form of money. Having a form of money helped with the exchange of goods and resources. The Chumash developed artistic skills. They painted walls of caves that overlooked the coast. Some of these paintings can still be seen today. Chumash women wove baskets that varied in size and shape. The Chumash house, or ap, looked much like an upside-down basket. The homes were quite large. Up to 50 people could fit in one. The frame was made of willow poles shaped in a circle. The poles were bent at the top and tied together. Smaller branches were tied crosswise over the poles. Thatched covering acted as a roof. A hole cut out of the top allowed in fresh air. In bad weather, a fire could be built for cooking and warmth. The Central Valley of California was home to the largest cultural area of California Indians. About 40 or 50 tribes made of the Yokit. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, but let me make sure. Let's do this.
Yokits.
Yokits, yeah, I was saying it right. Yokits. Okay, let's see, where were we here? Here we go. Okay. About 40 or 50 tribes made up of the Yokits cultural group. Daily life among the Yokits differed according to where they lived. In dry areas, Yokit pit houses were dug down into the earth. This helped to cool them in the summer and warm them in the winter. In marshy regions, Yokit houses were built on flat ground. The Yokits fished in lakes, and that's a typo there. I accidentally spelled it wrong. See, it's actually Y-O-U, Y-O-K-U, not Y. It's spelled completely wrong here. It's supposed to be Y-O-K-U. So that U is supposed to be an O and that A is supposed to be a U. I apologize. The Yokits fished in lakes, rivers, and wetlands. They also hunted both small and large game, including geese, ducks, rabbits, squirrels, quail, elk, and deer. The Yokuts had plentiful natural resources. Their territory in the San Joaquin Valley and the foothills of the Sierra Nevada included plentiful oak trees, and so acorns were an important food source for the Yokuts. I hope you enjoyed today's history lesson. I hope you found it interesting. Remember, there's a quiz attached below this video in the History Google Classroom, and also if you have the study guide, make sure you fill in those answers as you find them in the history videos, or hopefully you're actually in class and you're filling them in during my history lectures. But if you're at home and you're watching this video, hopefully you have the study guide so you can fill in those answers. And I will catch you next time. Mr. Dauber, signing off.